Did you know that lutein and zeaxanthin, which are two carotenoids found in grapes, are also found in your eyes? Well, they're not actually produced by your eyes. They're produced by the body when it breaks down these carotenoids found in the grape. But the interesting thing is that they get concentrated in the retina. And so eating grapes can actually support healthy retinal function. Now, what does that mean? Well, the retina needs a lot of antioxidants because it's constantly being bombarded by free radicals and oxidative stress due to the light that enters through the eyes. And so having enough antioxidants in the eye is really important for preventing aculated macular degeneration as well as cataracts. In fact, there was an 8-year-long study that actually looked at the progression of AMD, age-related macular degeneration, in people who had higher levels of these carotenoids in their blood. And what they found was that those with the highest levels of lutein and zeaxanthin had a 35% decreased risk of developing late-stage AMD compared to those with the lowest levels. And this is very significant because late-stage AMD is really the most severe form of the disease where people lose their central vision. They're not able to see things clearly right in the center of their vision. Also, when it comes to preventing cataracts, having higher levels of lutein and zeaxanthin in the eye is associated with a 21% decreased risk of developing cataracts. Now, what's interesting about cataracts is that typically, when we think of cataracts, we think of it as an age-related condition. But it turns out that 50% of the development of cataracts is actually due to oxidative stress. And so by reducing the oxidative stress in the eye, these antioxidants can really play a significant role in slowing down the development of cataracts. Now, even though this study doesn't directly show causation, in other words, just because you eat grapes or foods high in lutein and zeaxanthin doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to prevent AMD or cataracts. However, it does show a strong association between people consume higher amounts of these carotenoids and a reduced risk of developing these eye diseases. So if you don't currently eat grapes, maybe it's time to start. I would recommend eating one small bunch of grapes every day. That should be enough to give you the full 35% reduction in risk of developing macular degeneration. If you want to learn about the 6 other ways that grapes are good for your eyes, go ahead and click on this video next.